Hans Dahlgren. Now, remember us mentioning this visit yesterday, Mr. Taylor?
Yes, I do.
And the Swedish ambassador came in due course to Monrovia, did he not?
Yes, he did.
When exchanging views with the ECOMOG Force Commander, Major General Timothy Shelpede, during a courtesy visit to ECOMOG headquarters at Cockrell, Freetown yesterday. So, by December, Shelpede is in Freetown.
Oh, yes.
Ambassador Dahlgren said by virtue of his experience on his assignment as chairman of the Security Council's Sanctions Committee on Sierra Leone, particularly while overseeing the sanctions imposed on the junta regime, he vividly recalls the efficiency of ECOMOG by the professional way to enforce the embargoes imposed on the illegal regime. He declared that the subsequent success of ECOMOG in Sierra Leone was therefore not surprising considering its high rating and competence. The ambassador said the United Nations was particularly anxious to see total peace restored in Sierra Leone, hence his visit to assess the situation. Responding, General Shelpede thanked the envoy for his interest in the activities of ECOMOG and the need for peace in Sierra Leone. He assured him that as far as ECOMOG was concerned, it has done everything within its powers to block arms reaching the rebels. He, however, enjoined the envoy to ensure that the international community prevails on neighboring countries who continue to aid the rebels with weapons and logistics, as has been proved by ECOMOG discoveries in several occasions. He said the border remains the only possible channel of illegal weapons, and the situation is compounded by the peculiar porous nature of African borders and ineffective enforcement of arms embargo on certain countries in the sub-region. We therefore urge the envoy to ensure that the international communities are encouraged to be more decisive in sanctioning suspected arms trafficking governments. ECOMOG, on its part, would continue to ensure that any known access of arms into Sierra Leone is effectively blocked. He went on to brief the envoy on the activities of ECOMOG and its constraints, as well as plans for monitoring and implementing peace agreements in the sub-region. The United Nations envoy, who was received by officers of the ECOMOG High Command, also paid a courtesy call on the Chief of Defense Staff, Brigadier General Maxwell Mitikishi Kobe. He was accompanied by UN officials in Sierra Leone, and we see it signed by Major A.C. Olukolade, Chief Military Press Information Officer. Yes, Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Now, on the same date, going to the next page, we see another press release, do we not?
Yes, we do.
The same date, on the same topic, yes?
Yes.
Now let's have a look at this document. The United Nations have been called upon to ensure a stricter enforcement of existing arms embargoes and possibly impose fresh sanctions on Liberia as a way of stopping the flow of illegal weapon arms to the rebel forces in Sierra Leone. Now, Mr. Taylor, pausing there, were you aware of such a request in December 1998?
No, not directly. If you see here, we'll see who's making the request. Is the ECOMOG General. This is not anything that diplomatically will be considered serious in a discussion. Shipildi is saying this, and this is a part, I guess, of their own propaganda machinery. But at an official level, this would not be taken seriously.